Thanks. No thanks.
Yeah. Thanks and no thanks. Yeah.
I'm on. Tell her.
Did you tell her?
Odors.
Yep. Better come on, Odors.
Up top.
What about
Gregory Cody.
Gregory Cody's always with us, even after his passing.
Gregory Cody?
Wrong.
Wait, what happened?
Oh, see, it's...
Is this fucking up?
Yeah, it's dragging it up.
You fucked it up? You fucked it up! Nothing is fucked. Well, and at any rate, welcome everybody. Welcome to
The Screeder Krog Leaky Knob.
the Sportstronauts, broadcasting live and directly from
Liberal Nazism and what
Carlton
have you.
Studios in Eubanks Way.
Liberal Nazism and what
That's
have
right.
you. Liberal
Explore the
Nazism
world of
and what
sports.
have you.
In the world, in the universe in which it exists on. At any rate,
Well, at any rate.
I'd like to welcome everybody to our program. This is a show mostly about nothing. But what's wrong?
Any drops you do in these two lanes right here are not going to...
In Tulane, we can't do any Tulane
two
drops.
lane.
So I can't even talk about New Orleans.
Tulane, Nolan.
So I can't even talk about the drop and like the drop call of the decade of the century. So I can't talk about
That
New
is
Orleans.
absolutely not.
Rosie, you are
course we're gonna
handcuffing
talk
me
about
right
all the-
away.
well,
Wait,
I'm-
so which two lanes? Which one? Which ones?
So the one over here.
Lock. Here's the deal.
Oh.
That one, and then
Huge,
All right, that's fine.
huge.
Let's welcome to those two lanes.
those two lanes.
All right. Well,
Okay.
at any rate,
Is there a special and especial guest?
we have someone on the line. Someone calling in all the way from Florida, from the Gunshine State.
Yeah.
Our very good friend, a Latino individual.
Pedro.
His name is Pedro Lugenberg. Welcome everybody. Welcome to the show.
Hey, how's it going, guys? Hello.
Good. Welcome.
Had to get up and go to college.
College.
I mean, the guy was a jerk.
Sorry, I'm right now I'm trying to restring a ukulele. Actually, that I bought
Gregory
today.
Cody.
That's
Kevin will tell
amazing.
Kevin will tell you that I'm a left-hander, so immediately
shit.
the first thing I get to do is disassemble this thing and restring it. But
Jimi
it's-
Hendrix style.
Yeah, it's not even remotely like stringing an acoustic guitar, so it's pretty fun.
Who's the Jimi Hendrix of the ukulele?
I don't know if there's any left-handed ukists,
Yeah.
which is this word that I'm gonna call myself now.
The Euchre.
Euchre? Like Bob.
Bob
Euchre?
Euchre.
Hey Bob, what you
No,
doing over there,
no,
Bob?
Like
Bob-
Euchre,
Bob-
the card game.
Bob. Yeah, Euchre.
A ukist.
A Euchist.
IST suffix.
That sounds like you're
Guys.
racist against
What about cribbage?
ukuleles.
What about cribbage?
Cribbage?
Yeah, cribbage.
the card game?
Yeah, it's like the little pegs and shit.
The cribbage.
Cribbage?
Yeah.
It's like cribbage.
Yeah. I mean, if
Hey,
that's
Fash?
yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
When was the last time you played cribbage?
About 18.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I really don't know.
All right,
Was it-
take it easy. Take it easy.
Wait, are you
Honestly,
saying cribbage is the game when you go to friendlies and you're playing like
Hey,
the,
listen.
and you have to play like the hopscotch
Kevin.
thing?
Yes.
Can I just tell you something? These
What?
are not the questions that my people were given prior to me appearing on this thing.
Okay. All right. Well,
Well, listen, you talk to your people, we'll talk to our people. We'll merge.
we're gonna
We'll
make
get all
this.
nice.
We're gonna make this thing amicable.
We can't be this rude to the talent.
No, we can't. All right. So how's the green room? How's everything? Is it are you being taken care of?
Yeah, man. Honestly, I was very happy. I was very, very happy. Thank
All right,
you.
cool. You're welcome.
Thank you, guys.
Did you end up watching that Caps game the other day?
No, I honestly, and I haven't.
The
Still
Colin
have not
Kaepernick?
spoiled. I haven't spoiler alerted myself yet either. Which
I
is
mean,
kinda
do you,
weird.
do you want me to? Because it's been a couple days. It's the NHL. There's been
Yeah, I'm probably not gonna watch it. Did
they got their ass kicked.
Did they?
Yeah, they lost like 6-3. The Hawks scored like 2 goals in the first like 2 minutes or something. Or
Where's
it was
Scotty
ridiculous.
Bowman
Yeah.
when you need him?
I haven't.
The
I
Caps
haven't
fought
been on-
though, but it was
Well,
bad.
I
Or
haven't
6-4
done-
maybe.
Thanks.
Honestly,
No
I haven't
thanks.
done anything. I watched football and then nothing after that till like 6:30 in the night. So.
All right, well that's gonna be a great segue into the
Oh
weekend's
my
festivities, the
gosh.
weekend's activities.
What do you want to talk about first? Which
That's a
one
good
is more
question.
ridiculous?
We'll let our guests choose.
Yeah.
What
In
do you
your
want?
mind,
Sure.
Pedro, what was more ridiculous, the AFC or the NFC game?
I mean, that NFC game, because of unfortunately, there's more to talk about with the NFC game. You know what I mean? Like the freaking call, like, you know, I mean, both both games, obviously overtime games. You know, I mean, if you can't write it up better than that if you're trying to get ratings or whatever, but the call makes it.
The non-call.
So
The
what do you think?
non-call is
What do you
what-
think about it?
I mean, I don't know. What are you gonna do? It's a non-call. I mean, it's not a foot on the line or foot not on the line kind of thing, and it's an obvious. It's on the extreme obvious end of a
Right.
judgment call, but it's still a call that's a judgment call.
That
You can't,
but like it is. I feel like
you can't.
that is egregious.
You can't have people.
Like, that
you
call
can't
is
have
egregious.
people-
Like anyone seeing that
well,
is ridiculous.
well, obviously.
But what can we
obviously.
do? There's nothing we can do, right? Is
Nothing.
that- yeah.
Nothing. I mean, you can't have people buzzing down from the booth saying that was pass interference.
I mean, but I think maybe.
Yeah.
I think they should, honestly.
no.
No, because
No.
then the game gets really ticky tack.
Yeah, but
No.
wouldn't it be better if every single call was correct versus like, hey, there's like some are bad, some are good. It's like I'd rather just have it
How
all
about-
be correct.
How about
If that's
that?
possible. I don't know if that's even possible though.
How about
I
don't
think it
call
is.
defensive holding every 3 seconds? How about that?
The officiating in
start there.
general has been pretty piss poor in my. I mean, like
It's been
in
real bad.
everybody's opinion, right? Obviously.
Well,
but what are
well,
they supposed?
part of
What
it-
can they do? Like, I mean, the thing is I wanted on those replays of the non-call. I wanted to see, hey, well, where were the referees? Where were they looking? And the main ref was looking right at it, and he didn't throw his fucking flag.
It just
Like
means
that's
that
that's what's weird to me, you know.
it just means that they made
know.
a bad judgment. That's all.
well, not for nothing, but it can't be super easy to do your job when every off season they change some shit on you.
Agreed.
You know what I mean?
Agreed. 100%. We were
how
talking
good-
about that.
How good? How
Yeah,
good
but that
can a
didn't have
30-year
anything to
ref
do.
be?
I mean, first of all, that was 2 missed calls. Let's not be.
Yeah.
Let's be real. There were 2 missed calls on that play: helmet to helmet and pass interference. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's pretty bad.
I think there's also an
That's
look,
pathetic.
The other side of this coin is how many times have we heard just let them play, right? And then in that case, all of a sudden it's where's the flag? Why aren't you? You know what I mean?
I feel like because
No one's ever happy, ever.
of course,
My dad said it earlier. 50%. As a ref, you're never gonna plead. You're always gonna have 50% of the people that piss off at you, no matter what. Like no matter what, 50% of the people or more are gonna be pissed because something didn't go their way. That's your starting point as a ref. He's like, it's a thankless job. It's
it's like being president, right?
Yeah,
It's
like no matter what, you're not gonna make at least half the people happy.
Yeah,
So
but I don't know. I just feel like because I wanted to look at it, keep looking at it from every angle, and it's so blatant. That's why it's just shocking to me. Like I could see every ref thinking like, oh, the other guy's going to throw a flag, or hey, like I'm not going to throw a flag if I don't see one. If I see somebody start throwing one, I'll throw one, but I'm not going to. So they all kind of were just like,
yeah,
you know, like I think that's what happened. Like
so it's
and so it's like, it's like they're human. I don't, you know, like this is bound to happen. Like bad, horrible calls are bound to happen, you know.
yeah.
But I wish it was.
But
because
that's
we
such
have
a
the technology
pivotal-
to be like, yo, this is definitively or not definitively. Like the Julian Edelman
Julian?
little Julian. He did not touch that fucking ball.
He did
Like,
not, no.
That was insane. I thought for 100% for sure. Think about
it's
your
a
emotions.
Football's a game of inches, isn't it?
Those emotions swinging that way when you're with Kansas City and you're like, oh my god, we're
When I was watching that game, the whole time I was thinking, be unbiased. Be unbiased. Just watch this football game. Be unbiased, right? And the whole time I was like, the Patriots are going to win this football game, and I'm being unbiased. I was like, this is how this game's going to go. And I was like, everything is literally fucking bouncing their way. Literally. Like, down to where it missed his finger and it went through his shoulder. I'm like, the Patriots are going to win this fucking game, and there's no way anyone's going to be able to do anything about it. and this is there's
It's
nothing
the inevitable, and everyone's thinking that,
anyone's
right?
going to be able to do about it. Except at this point, I just
Like if you're watching that
respect
game,
it.
don't you think no matter who you are, you're thinking they're going to come down and score. They're
Yep.
going to do what
as
they
soon
do.
as
Like,
as soon as it went to overtime,
And
as soon as they
that's
won
why
that
the
coin
AFC
toss,
is
I was
not
like,
interesting at any given point
Nope.
because there's only one storyline in the AFC: Brady getting beat or Brady winning. Those are the only two AFC storylines.
but it's
But it's
crazy. That's
Brady.
crazy though, dude.
it's Brady.
Think about
It's
that.
all Brady.
He's been doing this as long as since we've all been in high school.
Near college.
I know.
That is insanity.
Remember, I read off the records. They haven't had anything below 9 or 10 wins.
Yeah, dude.
Haven't had anything less than 9 or 10 wins.
What's their lowest?
I think it was either 9 or 10 was their lowest win
I
total.
think it was 10.
I think it
But
was
he's a
honestly
victim
10.
of his own success. It's not interesting anymore.
Well,
There's no drama.
I think the storyline is more like, hey, the AFC East is a fucking joke. Like none of these
well,
teams can
yeah.
get it together.
I
on
gotta
a
be
given
honest,
year.
man. I think it is interesting, dude. I think it's interesting as fuck because it's like I don't know if we're ever gonna see that again.
I mean, everybody says, I don't think they will. I don't think they will. I don't think we
That's.
will.
I mean, this is
Yeah.
seriously impressive stuff. This year, going
this
into
will
this
be 9
season,
Super
I was
Bowls?
convinced the Patriots were not going to win the
9
Super Bowl.
Bowls. This will be his 9th. He's been in 8 and has won 5.
Dude. I was convinced going into that game that they were not going to win that game. I was convinced. The Chiefs
I didn't
were
think.
gonna
I thought the Chiefs would win by. I thought the Chiefs would win by like 3 touchdowns.
We both sat here and said it
Yeah.
or said it on the
Yeah.
the other night.
That's what I thought.
It's insane, dude. I'm flabbergasted by it at how good. That's why you and I earlier were talking about what if years later they do discover that they've been cheating the whole time? Because how else are they that fucking consistently dominant?
Okay, pose it to Pedro. What are your thoughts on that?
Oh, what we talked.
Okay.
What you just said. What you just said. That the Patriots, they might actually be cheating. Like,
Yeah.
do you suspect them of potentially cheating right now? Like that, do you think that they're doing something to gain an unfair advantage currently, and that's why they're this good? Or
Like,
is it
consistently.
schemes and system and player?
Yeah.
I
Brady?
mean, I don't see anything that. I mean, how much can you really do to cheat in the league besides deflating the footballs? You're out there. I mean, the stuff is moving
What
so
if you
damn
could
fast.
pay the video guys on other teams to give you their practices, tape footage of their practices, and have the plays marked as what they were and what the call was for those? That would be fucking cheating.
So
And that is like,
Well,
I mean, think about that. What if they came to you and said, "Yo, we'll give you $500,000 if you give us a copy of just a copy of the most recent practice."
dude, what if it's just as simple as they have it figured out? Like they just have it mastered.
I kind of do. I mean,
Like
it's
the
system.
two of them just have it
Belly.
all figured out.
It's all Bill Belly.
Honestly, they don't win it all the time, but they win it on an average, like enough that it fucking
every other year.
they dominate it. Like they're fucking always there, and that is something to behold. Everyone that wants to say that Joe Montana is the GOAT or something still, please come on, because he went 6-0
Well,
in
the
the
thing
Super
that's
Bowl or
the
something.
craziest
Come
thing
on.
to me about Brady is that if he would have had, because like the first year that he was, I guess like the first couple years that he was prolific, actually throwing a lot of touchdowns and for a lot of yards, was like 2005 or 2006, right? And then he got Randy Moss, and you were like, he just threw 50 touchdowns in a season, like holy fucking shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
but dude, he didn't always have that.
And
He's
they
had
went
a hot
16-0. They went 16-0.
him. That was with Randy Moss.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they didn't win.
He didn't win.
They didn't win the nice.
Tyree.
That's right. Yeah.
Tyree.
That was David Tyree, dog, with the helmet catch, who then played for the Steelers. The Ray fan.
Did he really?
Yeah, David Tyree played
Oh,
for the
that's
Ray
right,
fan.
he did.
Yeah, just for a little.
And like
He's played for just a Darren Sproles' little legs.
Kevin Hart, little,
Little. They're so little.
so little.
So many little.
Do we have a little?
Little. Yeah, there's definitely a little.
Which one's the little?
It's this one.
little. Oh yeah, little. I gotta remember with
Do
a
it again.
little. Little.
One more time.
Little.
What are you guys talking
We're
about?
pressing a little.
Oh, we're just pressing the little button.
pressing a little.
It's like,
a little
the
button.
stables. You know the stables? It's the easy button. We've got the little button.
It just says little.
It's just little.
Will it literally make you smaller?
Yeah.
Well, that's a possibility. We have yet to develop all range of possibilities.
This
But
is our concern, dude.
This is our concern, dude.
This is our concern, dude. That we will, in fact, get smaller.
I'm a brother Seamus.
Brother Shades.
This will not stand, you know? This aggression will not stand, man.
Right?
Those are some great. That is some really.
Where's the fuckhead one? I just pressed a bunch of Lebowski.
Fuckhead?
We got a bunch of Lebowski drops.
I don't know. It's
All right.
straight cash, homie. But at any rate,
We got straight cash on this too.
I'll tell you this. Final thoughts for me on the AFC playoffs and NFC playoffs. Egregious. It should have been a call. It's pretty ridiculous. And the most ridiculous part about it is, right, they would have been able to run out the clock from, like, I think there's validity in saying, like, what are you doing passing on first down there? But at the same time, if he catches that.
Well, also maybe he threw it because he knew he would draw a flag, or he thought he would draw a flag.
Yeah. And it was.
I think that's kind of why he threw that pass.
So I think that's ridiculous. Like, that's ridiculous. That should have been.
I think Breeze knew that matchup. He knew the player.
They would have been able to run out the fucking clock, and they would have.
Honestly, in that moment when I was listening to it, I was playing some disc golf, and when I was listening to it, I was like, man, I was like, that is a dagger right there. You know what I mean? Because now they got to kick it instead of scoring. If they score there, I was thinking more if they scored there, then that kind of changes the whole thing. But yeah, they could have just ran everything out and whatever. But I was like more like, oh man, they got to kick a field goal here. That means all the Rams have to do is come back and kick a field goal instead of having to come back and score. And in that moment, I was like, that changes the whole momentum of the whole thing. That's how I was like thinking about it in my head.
I think that's true. Yeah.
Yeah. Because that deflated the whole situation. Because apparently Sean Payton, I didn't see this, but apparently Sean Payton was flipping out like on the sideline.
Oh, he was absolutely losing.
And
his shit.
I don't.
He didn't stop. I mean, he did not stop. Like, it was.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it was like from then on.
Yep. And it basically, it's talk about deflating. They all deflated, like the whole team.
That was the real deflate gate.
That was the real deflate gate.
But so that bad call, and then the
Brady
AFC
took the weight out of the yellow flags,
He
so
did.
they couldn't throw it. It just fluttered.
That's right. Yeah.
They went to reach
Drew
for it.
Brees. Well, maybe there's a. You know what? I remember. I don't know if we've probably talked about this on the podcast before. It's probably been brought up, but do you remember going down to those Long Beach parties with when Kate was there, when we were we'd go down, right? And there was this one guy that I would talk to. Whatever. Just Kate, like
I'm kidding. I'm fucking kidding.
And there was this one guy that I talked to like a bunch of times, and Margus talked to one time.
Oh shit.
Too. And he said he firmly believed that every single game in the NFL is like rigged.
Yep.
Remember that guy?
Yeah.
Like, I don't believe that personally. There's no way. Like, the only way you can say every game is rigged is if you can get to the officials or you can get to the players, right?
It's only if you can get to all the players.
Or to someone on the team to give you all the information about their game plan or something like that. Right?
There's too many individuals involved in the NFL for it to be staged.
But let me ask you that. Is that which is more of an advantage, right? Like, having the information of like, yo, here's all the calls, here's what we do in all those calls. Or like, hey, I got the quarterback who's going to take a dive. Or I got the ref who's going to give me all favorable calls.
That's possible.
You know what I'm saying? Which one is more valuable? Because to me, like, when those guys said that they knew, there's been a couple examples recently where guys have gone, we knew every fucking call that was coming. We knew every play they were doing. That's why we shut them down. We knew every play. Like, we studied their film and blah blah. You know?
Yeah, man. When you hit that home run with tape, like. And
that's Spygate.
Go back and watch Super Bowl, whatever the hell it was, when the Tampa Bay Buccaneers beat the shit out of like the greatest offense in the world, Oakland Raiders.
Yeah.
Like,
with Richie Gannon.
Watch the tape of John Lynch and Dexter Jackson when Dexter Jackson makes the friggin' they're screaming the routes at each other, and Dexter Jackson returns it for a touchdown. They win the Super Bowl.
But I mean,
in football, the calls and stuff like that are more important, but it's probably the only sport.
But
where
what
it's
do you
more
think is the
important.
most influential? Like the guy who gives you all the offensive plays, the refs, or having a player? Like, because I mean, if it was the quarterback, like of one team, you could probably that would probably be the most. Because you could be like, yo, I'm just gonna like play like shit, because that can happen and does happen to every quarterback, right?
Right.
So it's not that big of a deal. So that's probably the most effective, I would say. If you have the quarterback, yeah, you can.
So
you
you're
can control,
saying-
you can control. If I'm a
if
wise
you're-
guy, if I'm a wise guy,
I see
right?
what you're saying. Okay, if
And
you
if
have
I'm a wise-
influence over one player, in a
And don't
football
you
game.
don't you dare
What about a
start
kicker?
saying stuff about the guineas and the
Oh, you wop dick, guinea ass.
all them
wop dick.
wops and all that. Oh my gosh,
What about a kicker?
definitely too.
What
right?
about that
So that's
movie
why I
from the
classified
80s?
it as which one?
Or the maybe early 90s about some kicker, this guy that played for the Denver Broncos. Or he played for a bunch of different teams, I think. And like he was, I can't remember the exact storyline, but basically he was trying to get away, or like he had to miss a kick in the NFL, like the big game in the Super Bowl, or else some wise guys were going to kill him.
Morton Anderson?
No, it was like, and the old Denver Broncos too.
Was
like-
he Scottish? Wait, was he Scottish? Or
No, that
British?
was a newer movie. That was like
What?
that was the Replacements.
That was the.
Oh, that's a great
Yes.
which was filmed in
Ballmer.
Steelers Stadium.
Yeah, that was filmed in the Pittsburgh Ballmer
was-
Stadium.
That was in
Keanu-
DC. That was shot in DC.
Yeah, with all the water.
That was the waterfront
no.
DC.
No, that was, for the record, Keanu Reeves was at my pool staying on a boat. That boat that.
Oh,
where they
that's right, I remember that.
What's her name? That was like straight down in Fells Point, man.
I remember
Oh,
that.
shit. Yeah, dude.
That was right there on Fell Street.
That was around the time we were
Keanu.
pissing on roofs, wasn't it?
Yep. Kevin and I go way back. He
We were
peed on my roof.
We were pissing on roofs.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
We were pissing all over the place. I was giving money to homeless people recklessly.
What?
I was
Hold on.
giving money
'Cause
to
I
homeless people.
I support that wholeheartedly, man.
That is not the evening I remember. For the record, we were on the
Prove it.
roof, and I had a lot of beer. So yeah, we peed there. I didn't know we were peeing on people.
Oh no, pissing next to people, and I was
Thanks.
giving money
No
to
thanks.
homeless people. Yeah,
Oh, I missed that.
yeah, you missed that whole part.
Money for nothing, and you're.
You just took out the part where I was being altruistic and like
I thought
philanthropic.
you were. No, I thought
Went
you
right
were,
to you were peeing on people.
like you
That
were
is quite a
paying
jump.
People to live out.
You're like, no, man,
Golden shower fetish or something.
no.
The golden.
No, speaking of golden showers, what do you think the president's going to do for the Patriots when they win the Super Bowl?
Oh, he'll welcome them wholeheartedly.
What do you think he's going to have for them?
He'll give them whatever they want. Him and Bob Kraft, they're great. Him and Tom Brady.
He's going to have Kraft dinner?
Him and Julian. What about Julian?
What, I'm honestly, what do you think he's going to do if the government's still shut down?
Man, what the fuck is going on with that, by the way?
It's just it's all stunting. It's
I mean,
all
it's-
I
stunting.
don't know, man.
Oh, the government shut down.
Gosh. Have you ever seen the movie Too Big to Fail?
No. Is it about Nicolas Cage's
Pedro?
career?
No. but that's a-
I feel like I know of that movie.
This is a Sorkin written and
Is
produced.
Bob Balaban in it?
No, Balaban is not in it, although he could have played Ben Bernanke if they really wanted him to. But instead, Paul Giamatti plays.
Oh yeah, another
Paul
good guy.
Giamatti.
Another good guy.
You know what? Fun fact about Giamatti: his dad was the
Big fuck from
former
Private Parts?
MLB commissioner Bartlett Giamatti.
Oh my God. Bartlett. What'd you say, Paige?
Wasn't he pig vomit in Private
Yes,
Parts also?
exactly, 100%.
Was he
That's a
his
very good.
greatest
That is
role of
like
all
pro
time?
reference.
His greatest role of all time? Pig
Yes,
vomit?
absolutely.
Had to get up and go to college.
College.
Nope, that was the wrong one, but we're gonna let it go.
What
That was
happened?
very quiet.
Oh, it didn't work.
That
but-
wasn't.
But anyways, yeah, Too Big to Fail. It's about the financial crisis in 2008 and
Oh,
like
wow.
Henry Paulson and what's his name? Ben Bernanke and then
Ben Bernanke?
Timothy Geithner,
Holy shit, I remember all those names
that.
from Ben Bernanke.
and when like the
I
market
remember Ben
crashed,
Bernanke.
He was the
When the market
he was the slot
crashed.
receiver.
Ben
and
Bernanke.
who? Ben Wickery.
Ben
I think
Bernanke.
you're talking about Ben Wickery.
Remember Ellen Sauerbrey?
Who?
Remember
Brett
Ellen
Cody?
Sauerbrey?
Gregory, Cody.
What?
Ellen Sauerbrey.
Yeah, remember Ellen Sauerbrey?
Sauerbrei. So at any rate, it's a great program.
Remember
About
Luskins?
Luskins, yeah.
We just want to say thank you to Luskins.
Hey, Luz.
Hey, Luzzies, thank you to
Who's
Luskins.
Luskins?
What?
Who's Luskins?
Oh my God.
You're out of your mind. Oh, actually,
You're out of your fucking absolute.
No, yeah,
mind.
you're out of your mind. You're out of your mind.
You're out of your.
I
absolute
thought about it for a
mind.
second. There
I
is a
appreciate
plot.
that
There
you
is a
at least
potential.
thought about it.
Well, actually, there is a potential way if he only took.
No, how do you not know who Luskins
If he was coming from 70 and then also 83 north,
You have to know who Luzzies.
going to college when we were at Calvert
Luskins.
Hall College,
Yeah, remember when you went to Calvert Hall?
that might actually explain it. But I feel like he would be coming up.
Doxing. Look up
He'd be
Pedro
coming up
Lugenberg, Calvert Hall Community
695.
College.
You'd be coming over from 695, and you ought to know.
You
Cody.
Are you guys asking me how I used to like drive to school?
No.
Not at all.
Oh, okay.
About how I used to go to see Luskins.
We're talking about Luskins and the fireworks.
How you used to go
You ever
see
see them
Luskins.
fireworks over at Luskin?
You have no idea what we're talking about Luskins.
And they have a solid LA connection, which I love so much.
Their LA connection is ridiculous, which is why we need to own all Luskins related things at once, like at once.
Oh, we didn't do. I thought.
No,
that
we
was,
need to do it.
All right,
once.
I'll do. You want to do it right
Let's
after
do
this
it
program?
when we get after the program.
All right,
When we get off the trolley of the program.
let's do it. Hey, you were gonna buy some shoes. You didn't get shoes. Let's get Luskin.
Let's get Luskins. That's the name of the program.
Good idea.
That's the name of this program.
That's right.
Yeah, hey, we're gonna buy
That's
some shoes.
Gregory
and
with a little bit
get
of
some
re-
Luskins.
Holy shit.
We're gonna get www.luskins.com. Can you just buy that?
If we have it, that's not even.
I wonder how much it is.
Who cares? It's worth every penny.
It's not worth
For a
more than
domain?
like $50.
I'll pay more.
It's actually
I'll pay
it's
more.
worth about it's worth about $6 a year.
Is
Okay,
it? I'd buy
cute.
that.
All right. Well, I'll pay more for it. so-
Either way,
If any of those government companies are listening and they're
what about
hearing
like
pods,
luskinsfireworks.com?
What about Luzzies.com?
Luzzies.com.
What about also Little Steven Droders?
Pedro, can you take
What's up?
dictation, please? Dear Luzzies, may we please buy your domain name?
Is it?
Wait, I'm sure we can find one. LUSCZYIE, or, something like that. We could find some Luzzies.
What if we spelled it Luskins? Luskins.
Luskins?
What about
See if it's available
what about Luskins?
immediately.
Oh my God, Luskins would be good. No, actually, that's how it was already spelled. What if we spelled it Luzkins?
Luzkins.
What about Luzkins?
We're the straight Luzkins, and we own LUSK. We own them too. Let's
Maybe.
actually just get all those. Let's just get all the.
What if it's
Greg
just?
Cody.
What if the original name is Luskins with a apostrophe?
Who? RDG
RDG? Yeah.
with a Mickey.
Chavez Ridge Disc Golf Club.
That's fucking awesome.
I
Looks
don't
like a
know
little
why
Mickey
they.
Mouse, dog.
I don't know why they decided to do Mickey Mouse.
but it's
Mickey
like
Mouse
kind of
shape.
not though. You could argue it's not. It's
They're
like film
discs.
canisters.
They're little discs.
It could also pass for film canisters, dog.
Oh, film canister, Brzee?
Yep. I guarantee it, dog.
What are we looking for? Arties?
No, we're looking for Arby's.com.
All right, Pedro, you got questions for us?
Yeah, give us some of your thoughts. What's on your mind? What's been happening?
Well, I found a decent YouTube video to show me how to restring this ukulele.
Oh yeah,
so,
how's that going? How's
Is
the
it working?
Uke check.
Did it work?
Yeah, actually, it's well. I mean, I got the whole bridge run, which was like the weird part because like the
Gotta
bridge.
get
I
'em
couldn't-
working.
wasn't-
You better tell her.
So I'm
you
just
tell
kind of finishing up, getting all
Okay.
these strings on here.
What?
Are
How
you
is
gonna give
the
us a strum or what?
how is the ukulele tuned? Is it GABD?
Yes.
Is that what it is?
No, I'm sorry. GCEA.
GCEA. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I don't know why I would say whatever.
I'm
I
the
said,
new
but-
guy. I'm the new guy.
Well, hey, I didn't know what it was, so pro. Plus.
Yeah.
Plus.
Pues das die die folk. So what? Pedro? What are your takes on Donald Trump and the current government shutdown?
Government shutdown.
Yeah.
I mean,
Government
What,
shut
what do you
down.
want to know?
Government.
What do you? I mean,
Who's
first
at
of
fault?
all,
Which side is at fault?
Are we talking to Pedro Lugenberg, former most
Who
conservative,
Ruz?
former
Who?
most-
conservative.
What's your
former-
favorite
I mean,
band? One of my favorite
look.
bands' name is Rush.
Yeah, that's a good band.
That's a great band, dog.
It's a great band. You want me to read you a note? Side note.
Can I tell you guys something? Anytime I see any successful male singer with an extremely high voice, I always assume he's not compensating for anything. So when I see like a Adam Levine or the bass player from Rush go out there and just
Who?
play sing
Getty?
that unapologetically get that high part, I'm like, hell yeah, man.
Robert E. Getty
Go for it.
Lee.
Yes, that is.
All right.
No,
The
actually,
other
that's
part
like
I like
that's actually a really good point. That when
I-
somebody has the confidence to just don't give a fuck about anything, that's when they're like, when you're like, all right, they're
Tim,
they're doing
Tim Schmidt,
deal.
bass player from the Eagles.
Tim
really,
Schmidt?
like Timothy B. Schmidt,
Tim
bass player
Schmidt.
for the Eagles.
Who? Timmy?
How did we never know that?
I don't know. That's I'm like I thought it was like I
How
thought
did
I
we
knew
go
all
our
the
whole
Eagles.
lives without knowing that?
I thought it was like Glenn Fry or like
No, he was the
Glenn Fry
guitar.
was the acoustic guitarist.
yeah. And what's his
Don
name was
Henley
the
played
drummer.
drums.
Henley was drums and also plays.
Don Henley. I feel like he
guitar.
wore jeans without shoes a lot.
That is definitely like that's how he rolled
I know.
everywhere he
I know.
went.
Definitely.
Because and everyone would go, "There's Don Henley. Look what he's wearing. He's such a
like,
normal guy.
Hey.
He's such a
What-
cool
what is
guy."
he wearing?
Oh right. He wore just jeans without shoes like all the time.
Is that a real thing, or you're saying you probably think?
I'm
that?
just I'm
Of course, it's real.
Yeah, like
That's exactly what he did.
That's like a deal. Like that's what his deal was. I'm sure. Like
If
I'm
you had to
I'm
ask me, what is
guaranteeing
your
it.
picture of
Like
you didn't even know who was who.
it doesn't
I know
matter.
it's cool though. It's
Tell
cool,
me
though.
I'm wrong.
No, honestly, like Don
No.
Henley. I love
Don Henley is like.
Honestly, Don Henley is one of my favorite.
tell me
fucking
I'm
artists.
wrong.
But that is exactly how I would picture him.
Yes.
If he was in the 80s, like I
Yes.
would picture him in the 80s, being
Full
like,
beard.
I'm kind of like older, but I'm like not that old. But I was like super cool.
Feet are
earlier,
white.
and I can do a lot of cool things.
Walks around in the grass.
and was just wanted to be
jeans.
humble, dog. Just
Yep.
wanted to be humble.
He's just living.
He's definitely my least favorite Eagle. I
Yeah,
can
he's like
tell you
living
that.
close to
Really?
the
But he's
earth,
got
man.
bubble-headed bleach blonde comes on and dime. Dirty
All right.
Laundry. That song,
Listen.
Dirty Laundry, is great.
I wrote a
track.
note.
Hey, for the record, that's a Don Henley solo song, not an Eagle song.
Exactly.
Don't get
That's
it
why I said it was. I did actually
Don't get it
clarify that before.
twisted.
Please.
All right, listen.
Thank you.
I said a Don Henley song.
I wrote a note on 12/14/18. Okay.
Did it say Gregory?
It was coming. It was coming home from the 9 Inch Nails show. All right, and it says this: Jack the Uberman sent us to his brother-in-law Abe the Babe at A Star Furniture in Glendale. Jack loves Rush. It's literally the only band he listens to. Has since the 80s, since he moved here from Lebanon. He took his kid. He even took his kids multiple times in the 90s. He said, "If you're in my car, sorry, you're listening to Rush." He also said, quote, of all the Rush
I love
fans,
Rush.
hold on. He also said, quote, of all the Rush fans, Brazil has the craziest. And I said, good to know.
No, actually, I think they. No, that's interesting because I think they actually did. There might be like an album or a video or something shot in Brazil.
Yeah, dude. Either way, imagine
Only
this.
Rush.
Imagine the scenario that led me to take that note.
Wait, what was the sister's name? Babs or something like that?
Who?
It said something like we.
Oh.
They took us to.
No, Jack the Uberman sent us to his brother-in-law, meaning he said, I want you to go see my brother-in-law, Abe the Babe, at
Babe.
at
I said
A Star
Babs.
Furniture.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, there you
So
go.
we were
Yeah.
like, for some reason, we got to talking about how we're looking for furniture or whatever. I was with my wife and my brother and his wife. And he gets to talking about that. And then he just launched, like, Rush was obviously playing. And he just gets to launching.
What song? Do you remember?
Oh, it was like Tom Sawyer or something like that. And I asked him, like,
the
what
best
his.
part
So
also
good.
about Rush is that I love the part in Family Guy where Chester the Cheetah does the line of cheese.
Oh, yeah. It ain't
that's one of
easy being cheesy.
them. Punches through the glass table. I mean, that's just incredible.
But
Punching tables and shit.
anyway, so that was on deck for that. I had to appreciate.
That was a pues.
Had to appreciate.
Appreciado.
Anyway, Pedro, what do you got for us, man?
Yeah, give us some takes, dog.
I'm literally putting the last string on this ukulele,
You
man.
gonna play us something
And
I
then,
nice?
heard some tuning. I did hear
no.
some tuning, dog.
Yeah, play some nice.
No, I'm not.
Bless.
No.
Hey,
Dude,
bless.
dude, Amazon brought it today.
No
So
shit.
just
doing
play some
anything.
strummage.
No, I'm gonna.
All right, give us your
finish
take on
the-
what do you think the Ravens are going to do next year? What
He's
are
not
they
a
going to
Ravens
offseason?
fan. He's a Redskins fan.
Okay, but give us your Ravens takes as an outsider.
So he thinks the Redskins
outside.
are going to pick Joe Flacco up.
I think they will too. That makes a lot of sense. And Joe Flacco will probably want to do that because it's close to him.
I got to be
And he
honest
had-
with you. It's a very Snyder-like move if they go back to Flacco. There's no
Yep.
possible way. There's no possible way you can go back to Flacco.
Yep.
It's like I don't even know how to describe that.
So what do you think's going to happen?
Who, Alex? Is Alex Smith done because he almost lost his leg?
Yeah, basically.
Is that like how is
hope
that not
so.
a story? Like,
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what their deal is. You know, that they just keep making poor management decisions over and over and over again. You know?
they're bad. It's pretty bad. But at any rate, give us your outsider Ravens predict.
I think they get back to the playoffs. I don't see any reason they don't get back to the playoffs. I mean, the Browns, whatever, you know.
Is Lamar Jackson
Uh,
a legit starting quarterback for the Ravens in the NFL going forward?
I mean, I think he's. I don't think he's not overstayed his welcome. He's worth another year to look at. I think the jury's out.
Yeah.
So no reason to not give him a shot. You made the playoffs, like, you know. Let's. You know, how upset can you be?
Yeah. It's true. Yeah. I would agree. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if this is going to be the kind of thing like how it was with the Chargers in the playoffs where they kind of just stopped all their nice, you know.
Mhm.
And people are like, "Hey, we figured out this is the second time we played them. We made the adjustments."
I think
we
a
know
lot
what
of
to
that's
do,"
going to start
you know?
happening.
So
Yeah.
I don't know, but he's also fucking awesome.
Right,
Like,
unless he evolves his throwing game and they get him some shit and they figure it out.
I never even questioned his throw. Like watching him in college,
He can throw.
I was never like he can't throw the ball.
He
Like,
threw a bunch.
you know?
He threw for. That's why he won the Heisman. He threw for a bunch of yardage.
40-some touches.
Ran for a bunch of touches.
So many touches. I remember his junior or like his second year playing. How good is Thaddeus?
Give him a solo.
Are you gonna tune that?
Are you gonna put a whammy bar in
You
there?
put a whammy bar.
Are you gonna run it through some
Can't put a
tunage?
whammy bar.
Are you gonna run it through some like fuzz?
Run through that fuzz.
Yeah.
You know who the fuzz is?
Yeah, the police.
No, the
Yeah,
fuzz.
they did.
Guitars
They
for
did
the
have
Deep
a,
Banana Blackout. You ever heard about Deep Banana Blackout? Deep Banana Blackout.
Is that Fash?
They're kind of like Deep Banana Fish Black.
Oh, they're
not
kind of
tuning
like
it right now. I'm going to-
extra
going to
flex,
smoke a cigarette.
floxed or whatever they were called.
Wait, who is that?
Whatever they just did for Halloween.
Oh, Kazvat Vox.
Yeah, I was close. I forget what the fuck it was called.
They just made up a band and said, "Oh, we're covering an
Fash?
album." Oh, Fash.
They're like, oh yeah, we played this in our van like all the time in '89 until the tape popped. They're like it was some obscure Norwegian like prog metal band, prog rock band.
Dude, could you imagine if you knew that going into the show?
No
and
one
you
knew
told
that.
people, and if you told people, they go, "That doesn't make any sense
No
what you're telling
one
us."
knew that,
And that's why I think Fish is so cute because that's like they look like they had a blast doing that. Pedro, thoughts on Fash? What are your thoughts on Fash?
You know, I had a lot of friends in college from the
Where'd you go to
Green Mountain
college?
State. I did go to college.
What
No,
at University Verdes Montes?
That's on Mars.
Greg Cody.
my brother went there. Docs.
That's right, doxing. Yeah.
Mars?
Spent a lot of time there. Yeah, University of Mars.
Gregory Cody.
University of Mars.
Absolutely.
Got you.
Blast.
No,
Blast.
yeah, I mean, I when I was in college, man, I had that binder. It wasn't full, but I had that binder, you know?
Who? A Fash?
Mm-hmm.
What were they?
How many fish shows?
Yeah, how many Jazz Mandolin shows?
I've never seen them.
Are you talking about jazz?
Are you talking about CDs or shows I've been to? What the hell are you talking about? John?
Either or.
0 shows. I don't know how many of the CDs I had, man. The binder wasn't full, but there was a few shows in there.
So which ones do you remember?
Yeah, how many years?
Like,
You know,
which year? The like the drug years or?
Las drogas.
was there none?
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you.
Like
That would
right
be a
now.
great conversation about when Trey started using hard-ass drugs, when they started allowing that creeping into the scene.
yeah.
And when that started,
for-
and that's bad. You know?
Yeah, but how many years ago was that?
About 20?
Yeah. So that's like
21?
right on target, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I remember a lot of like there was a 94 show that played the whole White Album that I really liked.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the goats.
94, dog.
That's one of the goats.
Yeah.
They did a whole costume contest.
There's a
94, 95.
there's a New Year's Eve show at Madison Square Garden.
New Year's Eve.
I want to say 99, maybe.
99.
They did not do 199.
They did not.
All right.
You're a liar, bro.
They did 94, 95, 96.
They did 94, 95, 96, and then they died for a while.
And then they died, and then they did it, and then they came back.
And then
I think they started doing it.
Then they
again,
came
like,
back and they did it for many years.
2010,
14.
2011, something like that.
Oh yes.
And that's when they got
No.
so many years, for so many Greg Cody's.
I started seeing Fish,
How many
and
times have you ever seen that?
I don't know.
We've seen Fish together a
50,
bunch
yeah.
of times, dog.
Yeah, I've seen Fish with you numerous times.
How good is that?
Oh man, it's the some of the greatest. It's some of the nicest that ever niced. The Fish.
For so many years.
Well,
Well, at any rate.
there's some nice fish that goes on.
Hey, Fash?
Yes.
Word.
But Pedro,
I want to get that. Oh, that's our next drop.
but Pedro
What did you just say?
Lugenberg,
Word.
yeah, he just gets a nice word in there. He can
You
get a
won't
nice
have
word
to
in
wait
there.
much longer for me to do it again. I can do take 2 in the
All right, ready?
Oh, you do
All right,
all
ready?
or none.
This is,
Ready? Hold on.
it's birthday cake night here this evening.
Ooh.
Ooh. Did you find a nice new dealership to get that from?
I went back to my original girl.
Nice.
Very well
Can you
played.
imagine that lifestyle?
How many Gregory years?
I've only been dealing with this lifestyle for like 6 years now, and I can't even imagine going back to having to deal with like
More than?
not living this way with
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
the weeds, the cracks and weeds. Like if I didn't know where to go to get like legal crack, I don't know.
Dude, I used to think about that all the time. Yo, where am I gonna? If I went back home and I moved back to the state
I would know where to go.
of Virginia
I would know where to go.
and North Carolina.
If I had to go back to Pennsylvania,
If we were back in Pennsylvania or Delaware, or
You know what I would
Delmarva,
do?
in the Delmarva region,
honestly, you know what I would do? I'd grow it myself.
you would have to.
I would
dog.
take the risk.
You would have to, dog.
I could do it well.
Well, now in
I've already
like
learned all the
Maryland
trade.
has it. Doesn't
I've learned it.
Pennsylvania have it?
Pennsylvania has it.
Yeah. So all these Greg, but how do you like you but you probably actually have to be like sick to get it. Not
No,
like in,
no.
you don't
It's
think
just
so?
there's not. You can get your card. There's just not a lot of places to go buy it.
Yeah, but I don't think there's factory doctor farms where they just go like where I used to get mine.
Yeah.
It was like
Oh, that
they
was-
come in, they
dude,
see like 30, 50 patients
Because
a
that
day,
was
just
the height of it here.
cranking
And
'em out.
population's different. It's
They
a different
definitely
situation.
have that in Florida.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good.
Like,
Everybody
there's
should be able to get the
definitely-
bags.
So that means you're probably well on the way for it to becoming recreational very soon.
Well, here's the fight they're having now is that, they voted for medicinal and the freaking state government decided, medicinal everything except flower. So they're being sued to like allow
It makes no sense.
medicinal
That's
flower.
so dumb.
Yeah.
It makes
Yeah.
no sense.
I mean, I'd still be stoked because you get
Vaping.
edibles, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
which is cool. Which
Yeah.
that actually to me, as if I was a citizen there, I'd be like, listen, I want bags. I would be trying to get flour, but at least, hey, that makes sense to me. I think you can argue for like, hey, this is medicinal if you're using, you're not smoking it. You're just using these like edibles or like concentrates or whatever, whatever juices or whatever it is that you got, I think you can legitimately argue to anyone. Like, I don't know who would be like, I have a huge problem with people being able to eat edibles. Like, what is bad about eating edibles? Is there anything negative that happens when you eat edibles?
Yes.
What happens?
It gets changed from D9 like THC to D11, and it's like a little more psychoactive, so it's a little more intense, and it like lasts for a much longer time. It's delayed reaction, so for some people it's a little more.
But I mean in terms of like physical harm to your body.
Stop.
Like,
hold on. What? Say that again about? Does it D vitamins? You rolling with that?
D9 to 11.
No, Delta 9 tetrahydro whatever.
Tetrahydrocarbonate.
Tetrahydrocarbonate. Yeah.
I got you.
I don't know how to say it really fast. I'd have to be looking at it, and I don't have that all look. You know what I mean? It's not. I know what it all is. I know how it all works. I just can't say it all very fast.
No, well that makes sense. I mean,
yeah. D9 THC, D11 THC. So basically, when you smoke it, when you ingest it that way, it's D9. It's D9 Delta 9 THC. But when you ingest it and it gets processed through your liver, it gets broken down a different way, and it turns into Delta 11 THC, which is a little different, and it's like a little more psychoactive, a little more. It reacts. Your body reacts to it differently. So,
but I mean, in terms of like, are you saying your body reacts to it in terms of like the intensity of
yeah,
the high?
it's a little more intense.
Okay, but I'm talking
about
about like, is that negative to your health? Because like
No.
to me, it's like, hey, if you're
I don't-
smoking,
no.
The minimum thing you're saying is, hey, you're smoking. That's bad.
The only reason I'm saying that it's quote negative is that some
Could
people.
be.
I was about to say
Yeah.
that some people. Everybody's
No,
different.
you did say, yeah.
Yeah, some people may react to that in an emotional way. I'll say.
Yep.
In a negative way that may cause them to make decisions like drive an automobile or jump off something or do something silly that hurt themselves or other people. But that's I'm in no way saying that the drug itself or the substance or the plant or whatever itself will physically cause people to do things like that. That's not what I'm saying.
Well,
that's not the case. It's
But there is
definitely,
potential that somebody could
hits some
react.
people.
Yeah.
But there's a potential that someone could do that on alcohol.
Yeah, of
there's
course.
potential someone could do that on a high amount of caffeine, perhaps. You know what I mean?
Sugar,
Sugar,
whatever, yeah.
right?
Totally,
Whatever,
man.
right?
They're all apparently
Sweet,
they're
sassy molassie.
some molasses.
Anyway, what were we talking about?
I don't know. But Pedro, you had some nice you were about to say?
I did shit.
You're on the medicinal marijuana.
Well, I heard you
hour.
talking and then you stopped really quick.
No, the I thought we were talking about vitamin absorption because I was considering the fact that edibles don't really work on me, and I think it's related to
That is interesting.
that.
Why is that?
I think that's
fucking
related to the
interesting,
gastric
man.
bypass.
Yeah, you've told me that before.
But also, the other point I was going to make is that it definitely hits some people. Kevin knows Christy, the young lady that I was hanging out with over the summer. I fed her some of the stuff that I got in the mail, and if I hadn't have known better, I would have said she ate it and ate the mushroom. She was laughing so damn hard she just couldn't stop like dying laughing.
Yeah, some
like that it
people-
was actually harmful? Like it was like she was straining her muscles?
No.
Like she maybe she pulled
really?
something. I don't know. Maybe.
That could be
just that it hit her pretty hard.
Damn. I mean, an
That was
eighth of
the point.
mushies? You get some good mushies? That'll
Yeah.
fuck your shit up.
You get some good mushes.
You get an eighth of that fungi?
What's up here? What's this one?
Look, here's the deal.
That's in the no-go zone.
Oh
dog.
shit! Did I fuck it all up?
Yeah, you fucked that up pretty bad.
Did I really?
Yep, Greg. Cody,
God.
Greg Cody.
who's that? Odor
That's Bob
Kirk?
Oden. That's Oden.
Is that Odor Kirk?
That's Oden jerks.
All right, boys. I think I'm gonna have to depart you with
right.
East Coast time zone here.
All right.
Thank you for
all
joining
right.
us.
Well, thanks a lot,
Give us your
Pedro.
Super Bowl
Pedro.
picks real quick. We don't know
Hey.
if we're going to talk to you
I'm
guys.
happy
gonna
to
win?
stop by anytime.
Give us your Super Bowl picks real quick.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's a tough call, man. Because it's rigged towards the Patriots, but I really
Is it, though?
Yeah, why do you
Is
say
it?
that?
They didn't win last year.
They didn't win last year. That means
And they were getting their
he's
asses
gonna win
kicked
this
by the
year.
Atlanta Steelers.
That means they're going to win this
He's
year.
gonna win. He's gonna win, and
gonna win this
he's gonna call it a day.
You think so
Go
too?
with
You're not the first person I've heard say that already. I'm
He
seeing.
would he would retire.
This is
if he
it.
won.
You think
This
so?
is it.
Yeah, he would.
This is it.
You know what? You know why I think he might say he
He's on
might
the-
do it.
He is on the decline.
He's a
Whether
smart
anybody
man.
wants to say that's
He's
the
a
case.
smart guy.
He's on the decline.
Yeah, and this is the first time in any post game thing that he didn't really answer any questions. He just went right to like talking about his wife and his kids and like saying shit. And he seemed kind of like despondent.
Well,
from-
you know what's really interesting is our friend Charlie.
He's like really enjoying it.
Our friend Charlie speculated, and he does have sources, but I'm not saying sources are confirming this. But he said that Robert Kraft gave Brady 1% of the team in exchange for all of those salary cuts.
Jesus,
Word.
Because
Something
that
to
would be
ponder.
worth it.
that would definitely be
All right,
worth
Like,
it.
okay, all right. Well, have a great night. Thanks for
We'll,
coming on, Pedro.
We'll ponder that later.
We'll get nice.
Indeed.
Pedro.
Thanks for
Pedro.
thanks for calling.
Thanks, calling,
course.
dude. All right, pizza.
Bye.
Later.
So,
So yeah, think about that. If that was what he really did, he said, "Hey, listen, Tommy. Hey, Tommy, come
Tommy,
here.
hey,
Tommy, come here, dude. Tommy, come here, dude. Listen, we got Donnie over here and McGillicuddy over there. There's always a McGillicuddy or something.
we got a Frankie McGillicuddy
Frank's
over here.
Frankie, yeah, fucking Frankie's ass over there.
Do you
And
think
fucking,
do you think there's organized crime involved in the NFL?
listen, La Cosa Nostra penetrate every part of society.
And you would know about that.
Yeah, because I cannot say on this.
That's racist!
It's not racist to me, so I think you're in the clear. Is that how that works?
I have no idea.
Can I say that? Can I stand up for an entire like group of people and be like, no, that's not racist at all because I'm not offended. Oh, okay, I'm not offended.
Well, does it work the other way? Can you be offended for an entire race?
I think so.
So then, yeah, it can work that way.
Oh, listen, I'll tell you a great. Oh my God, that is such a great point.
Well, then we need to save that for the next EpiPen.
Well, how many? Well, we're not even at 50 minutes yet, dog.
Oh, we're not?
No.
7:53
unless you got to roll.
I do.
You got to roll. Okay, cool. All right, well, we'll save that for next time. It involves jury duty, the LA criminal court system, O.J. Simpson, and
Oh, no.
yes, it literally involves
That's a whole
OJ.
other episode.
Do you even understand?
Oh, shit.
How
it's like
good is
something
that, yes?
fresh that involves OJ?
Sort of, yeah.
Okay. All right.
You'll get a So.
Okay, good.
Okay.
What else? So,
Oh my God.
oh, man. I'm excited.
Yeah, it's a great
All right.
story.
Well, that's a good teaser. That's a great
Yeah.
teaser for the next night. Oh, please.
Bless.
When did the ghosts move in?
Have you ever seen Stranger Things, dog?
Yeah, of course. Is he on the other side?
Did you just see that?
Yeah. I've
Is
seen-
that not exactly what happens?
Is he down on the other side? He's on the upside down.
He's in the upside down world.
So
dog.
in the upside down, does that mean that they're like right here with us, like right now?
yeah, upside down means like inverted, basically.
Right.
Like, but it means like that other world's version of where they are. And when you've crossed the plane and where you can kind of go in, when you're a seer, you're a distant, like 11.
Right.
She can go to that place. That's why she gets dunked in the thing.
water.
She puts the headband on, but then she can just do it when she puts the fucking blindfold over her eyes. So yeah, I think
Spoilers.
basically like because they can see and they can
Yeah.
kind of communicate, and people are like, wait a minute, I feel their presence, kind of thing,
And they
So-
are metaphysically like right there.
Yeah, sort of. Yeah. If you're like, I would have to think that's considered if you're looking at that person and they can somehow sort of feel you. I think so. Yeah, I would agree with that. It's Greg Cody shit.
Ponderances for next time.
So for next time, but yeah, this
On
was a
Serial.
wild story that we'll have to tell it later. So
It's good. We got good steals for the nice. Thanks
So-
everybody for listening.
let me.
We got some nice things to
Well,
talk
but
about.
the other thing was I'm just very grateful that all those Greg Codys were there with us.
Yes, we had a
Right.
great episode. We had a great time being.
We
back
had
on these
Pedro.
airwaves.
Pedro was with us.
Pedro Lopez.
Doxing free, dog.
Pedro Lopez was with us.
Pedro Lopez Ocasio-Cortez.
Oh,
That should be another episode right there on
That's an entire
just on
episode in
Sandy.
itself.
Just
about
on
how-
Sandy.
Just about how hot she is.
I think she's really, really pretty.
I think she's so hot.
I
I
think-
think that's why people like her.
I think, honestly, dude,
Seriously.
like, I don't understand why people hate her so much. Like,
I do.
I mean,
They're a threat. She's a threat.
yeah. Here's the thing, like, I think the problem is like she's gonna get exposed as a hypocrite. Like every human being, like, you know, especially when you're in politics, it's always gonna look like you're a hypocrite or whatever, and it's gonna be bad. And everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, we told you, blah blah." But I don't think it's like. I think she brings a new idea. She brings new shit. So we'll see what's up on the next episode.
The next
Gregory
episode
Cody
of
Knots.
Sportstronauts.
Greg Cody. Gregory Cody.
Sports, the universe in which.
They exist with Gregory.
Brought to you by Luskins.
Also coming to you very soon, Luskins.com.
It's
Also,
either going to be
Google
Luskins or Luskins.
LuskinsGoogle.com. That's what I'm going to buy. I'm going to buy LuskinsGoogle.com.
I think you'll get crushed by actual Google.
Fuck it. That's the new search engine. It's just Luskins Google.
www.sportstronauts.com. Coming soon, just, I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet.
No, but we got Luskins.
NotsTM.com, maybe.
NotsTM, sponsored by Luz.